As a retail investor, there are two legal terminologies that we must remember. The point is that there are certain systems in place that you and I cannot fight, but have to accept and plan accordingly. The terminologies are licensed professionals and publishers of financial opinion. If you take licensed professionals, it means that for you to practice that profession, you need to obtain a license. Let us take the profession of a doctor or that of a lawyer. They are all licensed professionals, which means the work that they do, they are fully 100% accountable, and they can be sued in court in case they have done a lapse. In the context of publishers of financial opinion, on the other hand, it is like people who are like influencers. They use social media like YouTube, Twitter, etc. to promote a certain good or a service, and they cannot be taken to court. It is just an opinion that they are sharing. But did you know that you and I are exposed to a camouflage of these two legal terminologies in just one line of business that affects all of us? For instance, let us say that you have a pension plan or you have a life insurance. The fund manager would invest funds into bonds that are blessed by credit rating agencies. Credit rating agencies have a very unique line of business in terms of a legal patronage. They have the best of both the worlds, so to say. They are licensed professionals, at the same time, they are publishers of financial opinions. Learn more.
When a certifier, like Boeing's pilot training and certification system, was found inadequate, regulators took action. The 737 MAX was grounded worldwide. A legal consequence was there, and hence Boeing had to pay a price. Say, when an auditor like Deloitte missed red flags in the IL and FS in India, it was fined and banned for 5 years. Legal consequence was there. Deloitte had to pay a price. But when credit rating agencies, which require a license to operate and are allowed to access company financials, credit rating agencies like S&P, Moody's, Fitch, and they wrongly rate toxic bonds as AAA, then and even now, it remains perfectly acceptable under law. Why? Why credit rating agencies get away? Because legally, credit rating agencies are not treated as certifiers. They are treated as opinion publishers. When an auditor signs off on an account, it's legal certification. They are bound by professional duty and can be sued for negligence. But when a rating agency like S&P, Fitch, or Moody's assigns a grade to a bond, even if that's AAA, and it later collapses into junk, it's considered a forward-looking opinion protected under free speech laws in the US and independent judgment clauses in India. In short, they hold a license to influence, but not a license of accountability. They can shirk the world's capital flows, yet walk away saying it was just our opinion. How this legal loophole affects retail investors like you and me? This legal loophole affects every retail investor, even if we have never bought a bond directly. Because mutual funds, pension funds, insurance companies all rely on these ratings to decide where your money goes. When rating agencies overgrade risky debt, like they did before the 2008 crisis in the US or before the IL and FS collapse in India, those very safe investments turn toxic inside your portfolio. Yet, the credit rating agencies face no penalties, no license suspension, no fines, because legally they didn't certify anything wrong. They just expressed an opinion. and you paid the price for trusting it. In the financial world, there are two kinds of people who give you information. Remember this always: licensed professionals and publishers of financial opinions. A licensed professional, like an auditor or a doctor, needs government or regulatory approval to do their job. And if they make a mistake, they can be fined, banned, or sometimes even lose their license. But on the other hand, a publisher of financial opinions, like a credit rating agency, is treated like a YouTube market expert. They don't certify anything, they just express a view that's protected by free speech. A credit rating agency sits uniquely poised between one, it needs a license to operate just like an auditor, but the ratings it issues are legally treated as financial opinions, not certifications. That means when a rating turns sour, it's still considered just an opinion. So even though CRAs are licensed, they aren't legally accountable.
As we know that there are only three credit rating agencies globally that conquer the world: Fitch, Moody's, S&P. In the next section, let us look at the history as well as who are the investors who actually control these three agencies. Stay tuned.